Thank you everybody for joining us here today. So basically we've got one of our partner webinars going on where it's going to be NewBook, and we do have Ferro here joining us from Google, who's going to go over a bit of a slideshow for us today, and obviously go into some information on the Google side of things, how to connect and how that sort of works from their perspective. But as you guys would all sort of know, as of late, the industry has been hit quite hard. And I think probably one of the best things that we could all be doing right now is trying to up our level of online presence. And one of those things that, we've got obviously here today is, like I said, Google joining us, who's going to go over some of those things that we can do. So pass it over to you, Ferro, and we can get the ball rolling. Yeah, sorry, I think Ferro's just on mute there for a sec, so just bear with me.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
I think we've got him.
That's good. That's great. Before I start, I'd like to thank everyone who come in today. And I also put a link in the chat for a pre-event survey. So please do spend some time just to answer a few questions. And thank you, Bradley, for introducing me.
No, that's okay.
Let me just share my screen.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, can everyone see my screen all right? Okay, cool. So I'm Ferro. I'm actually from the hotel connectivity team at Google. So as you might know, COVID has changed the world, including the travel industry. And the least that we can do is actually to learn how to be more prepared to actually meet this changing customer expectation. Right? A study in the US says that about 48% of US travelers is going to drop their online purchase if the online experience is not meeting their experience. So it's all the more reasons for us to really back up and really prepare so that everyone is happy to actually look for information and book for our hotels through online. So today I'm going to share about 3 tools from Google. The best things about these 3 tools, all these 3 are free to use. So Google is not charging anything for these 3 tools, and we should be looking at using these tools. The first one is called the Hotel Insight. In the Hotel Insight, these are the link that you can go to. What you use the Hotel Insight for is actually to understand demand. So over there, you can see over a period of time, how is the hotel search interest growing or dropping for your area, and where these searches are coming from. Is it local or is it from your neighboring countries? Of course, right now, Australia and New Zealand is still closed. So most of the searches will come domestically. But when the travel opens, the border opens, then you can actually see more information and plan for your promotion better. Also in the Hotel Insight, you will find some of the tips that you can use to actually optimize your engagement with the user. The second thing that Google is also offering for free is the Google Business Profile. So for those who do not know what is Google Business Profile, it used to be called Google My Business. In the simplest term, what it means is if somebody Google my hotel, right, users should find all the relevant and comprehensive information about the hotel. So that is what Google My Business or Google Business Profile is about. And internally, we see that actually the more information you actually provide to the user is going to increase traffics and also bookings. So things like the amenities, facilities, which we will go in the demo later on, is very easy to update, and you should do it because it's going to increase your conversion rate. So for those who doesn't have a Google My Business account, to sign up is very easy. You just go to google.com/business. You set up an account, and then you fill up the information, and they will send a postcard for verifications. You put the code in, and then you will be live on Google. So there are many features that you can do in Google My Business. They'll have review, they'll have locations analysis, but the latest one is actually the eco attributes. So for those travelers who want to have the options to travel more eco-friendly, now you can actually indicate these attributes in your Google Business profile as well. So this is how it's going to look like on the web. And what I want to deep dive for today is actually the free booking links and how this can benefit you. So before I do a demo, let me just share this slide first. So hotel search is actually shown in 3 primary Google services at the moment. One is hotel search, Google search, Google Maps, and Google Assistants. So combined, this actually reach out to about more than 1 billion users. So if you are present here, potentially you are connected, you can be connected to this pool of users. So I think it's best for me to do a demo. So, for example, so far so good, Bradley?
Yeah, no, you're doing well. I was just honestly about to ask you that question. If you could dive a little bit deeper into the free booking links and how that part actually works for the people we have here today.
Okay, so for example, there are many ways of entry points to search for hotels in Google's. One example is, for example, somebody maybe looking for hotel in Sydney, right? So this is how the page gonna land on. The top part is what we call hotel AdWords previously. Now it's just Google Ads. And then the bottom is the organic searches for all the website. What is relatively newer is the middle part, which is the hotel search. So if they go here, they can do actually interactive planning, like the experience is similar to that of at OTA. So they can maybe decide when they want to come in, when they want to check out. Maybe they have specific requirement. They want to have a pool, and maybe they want to have a rating more than rating of 4 and above in terms of review, right? And this information will be populated here and also on the map. So some users, they like to look at hotels based on the maps. Some like to see it on the list. If we choose Hilton Sydney, for example, right? If a user click on this, they will be brought to this page, what we call the hotel immersive. This is essentially Google Business Profile. So there are a few tabs. The first tab is basically a summary of all the tabs. But if they want to actually find detailed information, they can go to the individual tabs. For example, photos. They can find a lot of photos here. About is about the facilities, the amenities. They can find all the amenities here. Maybe they are interested in the locations. They can find where is this hotel located, reviews, and most importantly is this tab called prices, right? Why this price is important is because in this tab, it will show the user where they can book this hotel. Is it in the hotel website or from third-party spaces? And generally speaking, what we are seeing is if a user actually click this tab and compare prices, they are deeper in decision-making funnel. So if they go to, you get this traffic, they go to your website, the chance of conversion is generally higher. And if you go to this tab, there are 2 sections. The top part is called ads and the bottom part is called all options. 1 year ago, there is only 1 section, which is the ads part. There is no all options. The ads part, there were 12 slots, now has been reduced to 4 slots. The top part is what we call Google Hotel Ads. The bottom part, which is the newer section, is what we call free booking links. And what are the differences between these 2 sections, right?
Yeah.
For the hotel ads, to appear here, to be able to show the rates and the link, hotel has to do a bid. And if they win the bid in the top 4 or previously in the top 12, then they will appear, right? Now, since the pandemic, in fact, since last year, April, we have expanded this section to become 2. So we reduced the hotel ads section to only 4 slots. And we have an all option slot, which is a free booking link slot. To appear here, a hotel does not need to make a bid. That means as long as you are able to give us the data of the rates and the link through your partner, which in this case is NewBook, you are eligible to show up.
Is the free booking links, Ferro, completely free? Will they be free forever?
That's a very, very good question, Bradley. So the free booking links are free from Google forever, right? Okay. So as long as you are actually able to provide us the rates and the link through your partner, if somebody is to click here, Google is not charging the hotel. If somebody is to click here and make a booking, Google is not going to charge the hotel. However, that is from the Google side. Different partner actually have different business model with the clients. So hotel have to check with the respective partners if providing this connectivity to free booking links is going to be chargeable. As far as I know, at NewBook, it is also free of charge. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
It is. So there's no extra costs or anything involved in connecting with Google Hotel Ads, as long as you do have the third-party integration, which I would assume most of you would have that already, which would allow you to connect to things like Expedia and Booking.coms. But because the link is going through your direct website, there will be those, the booking online fees that you would be charged for the NewBook online engine. But what does a property do to be able to get up into the ad section, Ferro? What can get them up there?
That is a good question. So before that, maybe let me just also reiterate, right? In the past, there were only 12 slots. So just to be visible, just to be seen by a customer, hotel used to have to do a bidding. Right now, if you are on free booking links, you get a free impressions. And this is like having an always on campaign, right? Because as long as your prices are accurate, you are always showing. Although you are not in the top 4, you're on the fifth place, which is not too bad. You have a fighting chance without even investing in anything. But can hotel actually appear on the top 4 here also? The question is yes. So on top of the free booking links, hotel can actually can optionally make a campaign at hotel ads and make a bidding. There are a few ways to bid. There's a cost per click. There's a cost per stay. The cost per click and cost per acquisition, which is per booking. So if you win the bid, then you actually will show up here. The hotel ads will have a little bit more features. Like in this case, they are able to show the rooms. But for free booking links, they only have one call out. But one good thing about free booking links, if your link is representing the official website, you're gonna have an official site tag. And from what we know, I think there is a growing trend of travelers preferring to actually book direct from the hotels. So this could be one of the trends that you could actually tap on. So that's that. Another question that usually pop up is, do hotels have to do a hotel ads? The answer to that is no. If you're happy with being in the free booking links, we are happy to. But if it suits your marketing objective and you want to be more aggressive and you want to appear on top, that's also okay. You can do the hotel ads campaign, but it is not required.
Okay. Yep.
At this point of time, is there any question from you or from the audience?
Does anyone have any questions so far before we sort of continue on into a little bit more a deeper dive, or is everybody is it making sense?
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing.
So
probably just want to throw in here, if that's okay with you, Ferro.
Sure.
I think this is probably one of the probably the best time, I think, to add this to the webinar is that obviously if you're connected with all your other third parties, you know, your booking.coms, your Expedias, and so on, you're obviously got commission tied into to those third parties. So at least with your Google hotel ads, there's no, you know, commission. You can get into the free booking links, as Ferro has pointed out, will be free forever. Other partners may charge for that. It is, like I said, using the NewBook Online engine to place that booking. So you do have that online fee, which would be payable. But look, it's not going to equate to a commission of a $1,000 booking, as an example. So I recommend jumping onto it for sure. But we do have a question that down the bottom here from Chantel. How does the free section get sorted top to bottom? Is it the price?
That is a great question. So the advantage of Google, what Google is trying to do is actually to always show the most relevant information to its user. So for hotels, actually, if you're representing the official site, that is irrelevant information. So what happened is most of the time you will actually appear on the first or the second slot, as long as your prices provided are accurate.
Okay.
How about the third party? There are a whole of a bunch of criteria. They are actually being sorted on. One of them is prices. But you being a representative of an official website for booking, you have an advantage.
Okay. Would that work the same if you were doing the paid campaigns and into the ad section? Would that be then price and relevant information that would get you to the top of the ad box, or would that be the amount that you're paying for the campaign?
Okay, that's a great question also. So the bottom part is an organic search. So organic search is always the most relevant information, but the top part is a promotion. So you pay to promote. So a big element to it is actually how much you are bidding as well. That is not the only criteria, but it's also that is actually one of the criteria. So the higher the bid, maybe the more attractive the prices, you have better chances to rank up. Yep. I hope that answered the question, Bradley.
Yeah, it did, definitely.
What I want to also share is, which I forgot to mention earlier, is right now, the free booking links is appearing here on the hotel immersive down below the hotel ads prices. It also appears here on the overview side.
Yep.
And it also appears, is going to show very soon. For example, just now is Hilton Sydney. Let's just click for Hilton Sydney. All right. So it's also appear here. If you see, right, if somebody is looking for a hotel name, it will appear on the first page. So the first 4 slots is the hotel ads prices, but the bottom one are the free booking links. So this is very important because when they search for your name, there is a good chance that they want to stay at your hotel already. So you have to, it is good practice to actually make it easier to book at your website. And free booking links will be appearing here along with the hotel ads for free. And should you want to actually rank up, you can also participate in the hotel ads and you appear here. And also, Bradley, if they choose to do a hotel ads campaign and they win the bid, they have double the impression actually. So the free booking links, the free booking link listing will still remain here. They will have an additional listing on the hotel ads section. So it's double the impressions.
Okay. What's the eligibility for people to connect? Can everyone connect? Is there sort of any underlining reasons as to why they can or can't?
Okay, so the first thing is at the moment, this free booking links is open for hotel properties. So they have to satisfy the requirement as defined by Google for hotels. When they set up the Google My Business or Google Business profile, it has to be of hotel category. We have in development for vacation rentals and apartments. It's not fully launched yet, but we are hoping that it can be launched very soon as well.
Yep.
But the Google Business Profile is very important. Without it, you cannot participate both in free booking links and hotel ads. And as I said, Google Business Profile is essentially all these pages that people can navigate to. So without this, it doesn't make sense. We cannot show these prices anywhere.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that, Ferro. If you had to basically say to everybody here at the moment, you know, your thoughts, your reasons as to why or what you're going to walk away with today, what would that be?
Okay, so I think in the future, what we think, what we suspect is going to happen is that people are going to grow more comfortable finding information online and to book online. And I think it's important for us hotels to also have built a good presence online. And these are some of the tools that are easy. This is free to use for you to start your journey on. So why not make use of it? Make use of it, right? And should you actually want to do ads, you can do so, but it's not required really.
Okay. Well, thanks very much, Ferro. We might open it up to some questions.
Sure.
Would you guys prefer to type them in the chat, or do you want me to you know, open up the channel here for everybody to do some verbal questions? What would you prefer?
For me, it's okay. Either way is fine.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So look, I'll open it up to some verbal questions. Oh, don't all jump in at once though, if that's okay.
Hi there. A quick question from Casey at Astra. Will they limit the amount of paid ads that appear in the listing? So at the moment I can see 4 in your example. Will they keep it at 4, or just whoever pays will keep adding to that list?
Okay. Thanks for the question, Casey. At the moment, it will be tagged at 4, so that's the maximum. So only the top 4 of top bidders will actually appear on the hotel ad sections. As of now, we don't have any plan to increase it to any other number. So 4, there it is, and then the bottom below that would be the free booking link sections.
We've got another question there. I'll just read this one out because it's via the chat from Reese. Can you show us how to access Google Hotel Center, or is it no longer relevant?
I see. Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So Hotel Center is accessible by the technology partners for the most part. So unless your hotel is have a very strong technical team and are able to actually do a direct connection with Google, most of hotels will not have access to Hotel Center anymore.
Okay. Did that answer your question there, Reese?
And if I may add, maybe I think one of the concern is last time in the past to do a hotel ads campaign, you need to have access to the Hotel Center. Right now, you don't have to. So you can actually set up your campaign from Google Ads account. And as long as you just have to let your technological partner know that you want to do a hotel ads account, and they will be able to link up the data of your rates to your hotel ads account, and you can actually set up the campaigns from the Google Ads account.
Cool. Is that all good there, Reese? Did that answer that question? Just pop it in the chat and we can move on. I've got another one here from Ben that's come through. So he's pointed out hotel insights, and then it says, I've selected Australia and Victoria, but it just comes up with the website header and nothing else.
Oh, is it right? Okay, let me see. This feature is still developing, right? So for example, if I go to the hotel insight, I choose Australia,
You can share your screen again if you like.
Oh,
Ferro.
sorry. Yes,
That's okay.
I forgot to share my screen. Can you see my screen all right?
Yep, all good.
Okay. So if I choose Australia and then continue, maybe we'll just choose Australian capital. You should be seeing this information. But again, this is still rolling, being open region by region. I apologize if this is not open for your region just yet. So over here, you can see like in terms of hotel search interest, how is the trends looking and comparing it to the year last year or the year before. And later on, these sections being more relevant after the borders are opening, I think you'll be able to find more informations where the interest come from and how you can actually use that to form your promotions, for example.
Can you see that information now that there, Ben, or?
So right now, 98% Australia domestic rate. It seems like there are some from Hong Kong and from the US wanting to play into Australia.
Well, hopefully, we do get some more international people coming through. Definitely, the borders are now opening. Does anybody have any NewBook based questions that I'd be able to assist with why we're on the webinar, or otherwise you can reach out to me later via support or ring me directly if you like.
I think one of the questions that always often asked to Google is this, Bradley, like how can hotel connect to pre-booking links? And the answer to that is the heavy lifting has been done by NewBook. So NewBook's IT team has actually done the engineering past few months, and now it's ready. So from Google side, any hotel that want to actually connect to Google, they can just simply let NewBook know, and then it will be appearing in Google in probably 1 or 2 days. But from NewBook side, what are the steps that they can do to actually opt for this option?
Yep. So basically, from our side, there is the onboarding procedure that you would normally go through with most of your other third parties. You will need to reach out to us via support or give us a call on the support line. Once you do that, we can then start or initialize the connection with Google. As Ferro did just point out, it can take a little bit for the data to go across. So you'd be up and running once that connection is established within the 12 to 24-hour mark for it to appear in the free booking links. Okay, it's quite an easy process to get the ball rolling. So there are some little provisions though that you may all be aware of, which would be that you do need to have the ability to have third-party connections. Okay. So has anyone else got any other sort of further NewBook-based questions or, anything? Look, something that I might throw in, I did point out that you will be getting directed to the official website of yours. So that could be the NBO page, or if you do have a custom website with us, going through to that custom booking engine. One thing that you do need to think of is, or that I would like to point out, is that you can place overrides, okay, on the Google the Google channel, okay, that will not affect your actual NewBook online page as well. So they are physically separate, even though they are going to the same location. So hopefully all that made sense. Got a bit tongue-tied there, but yeah. So any other questions today, or?
I think there is one question just came in. Can we decide which rates Google gets, or do we get okay? Usually, I think NewBook will actually send all the rates to Google, or actually NewBook can actually decide which rates to send to Google. And unless specified, Google will choose the cheapest price to be shown on Google. but there is a way to actually decide which prices to say, to show, so you have some control over it.
Yeah. So mapping will be very, very similar to your third parties, where you'll be able to map categories versus rate types from our side. And that's what will actually give you that ability that I just pointed out on actually being able to split your standard or official or NewBook Online page versus the what is mapped to Google Hotel Ads. So they will be individual channels on the rates chart, which will then give you that ability to do the overrides. So yes, you can choose what rates go out to Google. Okay. Yeah, so Ben did post in there that he can view the ACT, but Victoria is not available yet
I see.
on the Insights page.
Okay. We apologize for that, Ben. Hopefully, they keep on actually improving the site. So hopefully, soon enough, Victoria will be added in.
Alrighty. Looks like everybody's a little bit quiet at the end here.
Can I actually also post a link to a survey?
Yeah, feel free, Ferro, if you want to pop that in the chat there. So what Ferro will be doing is he's going to be popping a little survey link in there. It would be amazing if you could help him out and click on that link and answer a couple of little questions in there for him.
Yeah, especially if you have any specific topic that you want to deep dive, maybe we can do this another time, Bradley, together.
Yeah, definitely.
Just indicate which topic would be most interesting for you.
I think at the moment we're just sort of breaking the ice and sort of making people a bit aware that you guys are out there. Obviously, as we all know, I think everyone should know that Google's out there, because one of the most common sayings I think of the 21st century is Google it. Okay, so you don't booking.com it, do you? Do you know what I mean? So if you're looking for a property, you most certainly type that into Google, and if you're in the Google Hotel Ads, you'll pop up in that free booking link section.
So Brad, just quickly, mate.
Yeah, is that Jason?
Yes.
Yes.
If you're setting up your rates, and we're currently running a multiplier for all our OTAs, which we do, will Google fall under that multiplier, or could we map it direct to our NewBook Online rate?
Yes, so it is a physical individual, like a completely separate channel. So it will be in the third-party booking channels page, and you can set up a multiplier, or you could just leave it as a flat 0.00, whatever you want to do. Okay, so it's completely separate. One thing I can do, if anybody wants to actually see this working, I can set it up on a test database to be able to show you what it will look like before you want to go ahead. It's totally up to you.
Yeah.
Yes, please set up a demo from Ben. All right, Ben, what we might do is I'll reach out to you after this, and I can do a bit of a demo from the NewBook side as to what it will actually look like, and the mapping functionality as well. All right, does that sound like a bit of a plan?
Can you add me to that list, please, Brad?
Sorry?
Can you add me to that list as well, please?
I can definitely. What I could probably do is I could just do an off webinar sort of quick demo of the NewBook side of it, and I can get everybody involved in that as well, so we can kill two birds with one stone. Okay. All right, I think that's going to basically come to the end there, Ferro. If anybody does have any further questions for Ferro, or myself, look, hit us up on the support line, or give us a call. If you want to do a deeper dive into anything Google, I can probably arrange as well for Ferro to join us again, and we can go into some further depth. Okay. All right. thank you everybody for joining.
Cool.
So,
Thank you for everyone.
have
It's
a
been a
great day.
lovely webinar.
Thank you. Thanks for joining, Ferro.
Thanks, Bradley.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Cheers.